Senate when it was held to vote. They didn't make their case, and I think they didn't make their case for a reason. These are such sensitive issues, these end-of-life issues, that when you have, the scenario that Charles presents, I think, is he's right to be alarmed by it. But that, in some ways, is the best-case scenario that comes down to a discussion between your doctor and a patient or doctor and family members. When you have the government involved, and I'm not talking about 5 years from now, I'm talking about 25 years from now, you have the government involved in these decisions, and you have Washington at the fore of everybody's minds in making these decisions. I do think there are, whether you want to call them death penalty or not, there are reasons that people ought to be concerned about who's making these decisions and why those decisions are being made.
All right, we'll leave the healthcare debate there for now, but we know it's far from over, if you'll stick around. Another important agenda item for Republicans is the nation's spiraling debt. Go to our homepage at foxnews.com/special report and tell us what you think Congress should do about it. We will share the results following a fair and balanced report in tomorrow's broadcast. Up next is a White House shakeup in cars.
Look at all the Toyotas for sale. Let's go with...
I'm selling my Toyota RAV4.
Do you know anything at all about this guy?
It's a nice light blue color, much like my eyes.
My goodness, it's true. The mileage is extraordinary. 28 miles per gallon on the highway. It's a voice-activated safety system.
All around, it's better than my Toyota.
It's the final days of the Ford year-end celebration. Hurry in to get an escape with 0% APR financing for 60 months.
Is it wrong to drive a Toyota to Ford's year-end celebration?
Not if you leave it behind.
This New Year's, Neil Hammer and Megyn Kelly are live from New York's Times Square with special musical performances and a visit from Miss USA. Friday, it's an all-American New Year's Eve.
Are you one of the thousands of Americans who've been touched by mesothelioma? If you or a loved one was diagnosed with mesothelioma, it's likely that direct or...
Get to Santa Barbara Nissan now for 2 gigantic sales events. Nissan's year-end sales event and Santa Barbara Nissan's giant used car test sale. Vehicles as low as $995. That's right, just $995. Tons of used vehicles, no cash down, super low interest, and amazingly low prices. Vehicles for less than $1,000. Trade-ins welcome, huge selection, low interest, and no cash down. These are the final days. You cannot afford to miss this giant new and used car test sales event going on now only at Santa Barbara Nissan. It's the season for giving, and Santa Barbara Honda is giving you more. During our year-end sales event, get more savings with 0.9% financing for 60 months on Fit, Civic, Accord, Insight, and CRV. Get 0 drive-off. Lease a new 2011 Accord with 0 down payment, 0 security deposit, 0 first monthly payment, 0 due at signing, and only $250 per month. Get more than ever before during our year-end sales event at Santa Barbara Honda, 475 South Kellogg in the Kellogg Auto Center, Columbia.
I really should be in the market, but the volatility...
Exactly. I'm this close to retirement. That's the money I need to live on.
You know, Prudential has this video you should see. My advisor recommended it.
Where do I see it?
RetirementRedZone.com. I learned some things there that really help, like how to invest now when it's your retirement income.
Oh, I'll check it out.
Need a smarter approach to investing for retirement? Watch our video at retirementredzone.com. The Talking Financial Professional.
Right on the money.
Cox high-speed internet comes with a little something extra called Power Boost. It's an extra burst of speed when you need it most. You can only get with Cox. Power Boost from Cox is smart enough to recognize large upload and download demands automatically. It even takes your maximum speeds to a higher level for the ultimate web experience. And you don't have to do a thing. Power Boost does it all for you. You won't get that from the phone company. Power Boost, only with Cox high-speed internet.
Presented to him, he had to spend almost every waking hour in Washington focusing very hard on solving that crisis. And what he missed sorely was the engagement with the American people. He said it right before he left for vacation. He said, when I get back, I really want to figure out a way where I can spend more time outside of Washington, listening and learning and engaging with the American people.
All right, less time in Washington. Will that work for the president as he works for re-election in 2012? Let's bring back our panel. AB, to talk about it. All right, AB, there is chatter to Chicago. He's a sitting president. How do you think that will work?
Well, he's right from out of here, so I don't know that he's going to be wandering the halls of campaign headquarters, but I can see how it would work. His inner circle is happy there, and I think that with flights and the internet, there's a way to do it, and I think that he is trying to, trying in some way to run against the Beltway and run against Washington, and so this is a way that they can sort of have, symbolically accomplish that. The last thing I would say is the important thing watching their presidential campaign is they were very, very close-knit group, and they resisted professionals. They didn't like to be around the press, and they didn't like to be around the chattering strategists, especially from the Democratic Party at large. And they think that by leaving Washington this time, they'll be able to do the same thing, to sort of protect themselves from that and hunker down. And that's how they won last time, because it didn't work for them.
Steve, can you cast yourself, you're an incumbent president in Washington who has passed massive legislation. Can you cast yourself as an outsider? I mean, is that possible it's going to work in any way?
This is one of those things when it comes up and it's written about and talked about, people stroke their chins and take it seriously and pretend, oh, well, if he runs for Chicago, maybe he... Come on. I mean, people are not that stupid. He lives in Washington. The guy has done more than any president since Franklin Roosevelt to accumulate power in Washington, to shift power from everywhere else to Washington. Of course it doesn't matter if his people are in Chicago or not. And the only people who think it might matter or who come up with such an idea are people who are in Washington. People who are in with the American people and don't see that they look at this and think that such an idea is preposterous.
There is also talk of possible changes within the administration. Here is White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs on the potential shakeup idea.
I don't expect, quite honestly, big changes. I think we've had a very capable and good cabinet that has helped move the president's agenda forward. I think there's obviously a lot that has to be done at Treasury to implement financial reform, at HHS to implement health care reform, and I think we have a very talented team.
All right, Charles, does it make any changes? I mean, we know we've heard for a long time that Secretary of Defense Robert Gates may be leaving this year. There's a rumor that Secretary of State Clinton could be leaving. Are there things in place?
Well, my sources inside the White House are as good as my sources inside the circle of Kim Jong-il. It appears to me that he's not a guy who likes to fire people, especially people who are near to him. I don't see anyone in the cabinet where he's itching to get rid of so many other youth cabinet members. Napolitano is not exactly the distinguished yourself, or the Attorney General, but I think he thinks, President thinks, that a firing is in some way a reflection on him, on his judgment, how he picked the person. And I think his self-regard is such that he would be less inclined than another president to fire a member of the cabinet. If I could just make a remark about this idea of running the re-election as an outsider, of course it is preposterous. And when you heard Valerie Jarrett say he wants to go out to listen, engage with regular people, that is such a farce. When a president leaves the White House, he leaves as a god in a bubble. And there is no engagement from the backyard talks or staged events. The idea that he's somehow going to be, he's going to go incognito like Prince of the they're showing also he wants to find a he's been working so hard on the fight that he couldn't go out and see Americans many times. I think the number of his domestic in the first year exceeded the number of domestic. So it isn't as if he's been out there. He's trying the message of expanding the government in order that it would help Americans, and the results are the Americans on election day said that's not what we want.
Amy, he does have to make a change, at least in replacing Larry Summers. Somebody he's not letting go, as Charles talked about the issues of looking like you're firing someone. But that's a significant seat that's coming up soon. Any idea where he may go with that choice?
Well, I just think that the word is he's in the picture we always Clinton picks. That's usually a good guess. So you're throwing a lot of I mean, the names that are being floated right now are from the last Democratic administration. That makes sense. I would not surprise me if he went with one of those people. I do think that there is a chance for some kind of other surprise pick. Maybe not the chief of staff job that Hugh Ross is in, but maybe bringing in some kind of advisor from the outside, from someone that we're not expecting, someone who can bring him fresh perspective. Obviously, the most shocking would be a Republican, but I'm not going to bet my paycheck on that. I'm just saying that I think there's still a chance that they are looking for some outside. I know David Plouffe is coming in to do the mind melding, but I do think that there's a chance that he breaks out from the inner circle without doing the firing and actually tries to bring in some fresh blood.
And Steve, I want to quickly give you the last word here on the Secretary of Defense issue. I mean, with operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, I mean, that's going to be a major threat.
Yeah, I think it would be a major threat. I mean, we've had rumors for months about Chuck Hagel potentially going there, which would give him his Republican or anti-Republican, Republican, as the case may be. And that's the most likely kind of person he would pick, either for Secretary of Defense or for Chief of Staff or something like that. Somebody who allows him to say, I picked a Republican, but in fact isn't very Republican.
We'll watch and see how it plays out in 2022. Thank you very much. That's it for the panel. But stay tuned. If you think the streets of New York are a mess with all that snow piled up there, just wait until you hear what we will disclose next.
To stay fit, you might also want to try lifting one of these. The unique sea salt added to over 40 Campbell's condensed soups helps us reduce sodium, but not flavor. So do a few lifts. Campbell's, it's amazing what soup can do.
Many people take regular CoQ10 with statin drugs. Cunol Ultra CoQ10 absorbs 300% better. When it comes to your heart health, it's Cunol or nothing. Cunol Ultra CoQ10, the gold standard in CoQ10.
Playing a journalist in a film about the earthquake in Haiti is far from being something true. More than 2,000 Haitian children underwent emergency amputations in the quake's aftermath. Those suffering the most had little reason to die. The Knights of Columbus, partnering with Project Nation, is pledged to provide each and every child amputee with a life-transforming prosthesis. These children will celebrate Christmas this year with new and bright futures. Join the 1.8 million Knights of Columbus in giving Haiti's children the greatest Christmas gift. The gift of hope. Visit kfc.org/Haiti and help them build a country. One child at a time.
Nobody really liked to travel that much more.
5-hour plane travel all by getting to the actual meeting. Put meetings in their place with GoToMeeting. With one click, GoToMeeting lets you hold online meetings from anywhere. Hold unlimited online meetings with integrated phone and voice processing for just $49 a month.
I saved a day's worth of travel, probably $1,000 worth of expenses. It's one of those tools we can't live without.
Try GoToMeeting free today. Visit GoToMeeting.com and use the promo code FOX.
Are you being audited? Do you have several years of unfiled tax returns? Is the IRS sending you threatening letters or coming to your home or place of business? Hello, I'm Patrick Cox, founder of TaxMasters. At TaxMasters, we help solve your tax problems. Listen, don't take on the IRS by yourself. Our former IRS agents and tax professionals have helped many good people just like you. Don't wait any longer. Call right now to get started today. TaxMasters, we solve your tax problems. Call 800-581-0458.
Finally tonight, you've seen the pictures. New York City is buried under nearly 20 inches of snow, even more in some spots, making the roads a treacherous place to be. But Mayor Michael Bloomberg is proposing something that could make things even more challenging.
Mayor Bloomberg extends season's greetings to all New Yorkers and visitors. To make this Christmas season shine even more brightly, now through New Year's Day, all New York City traffic lights will simultaneously flash green and red. Happy holidays from 1,000 Lakes.